that. Hey guys, what's up? It's my show and I'll go on when I want. I'm Mia Voss. Mia Connect Power Chat. 5 minutes in the box, although sometimes you can have 5 minutes. That is Stan Bush, my bestie from a long time. 2 years, I think we've been friends.
Yes.
Over more. Okay, so here's my funny hybrid story. So guys, this week I'm driving for, is it Redline Automotive? So I drive for these marketing companies. They work with major brands, and then we get in the car, and so I'm representing pretty much like what the female buying population looks like over 40. You're looking at it. You like it? There you go.
Yes.
So I get this hybrid, this Hyundai Sonata hybrid. Now, I owned a Hyundai 10 years ago, and I loved it. The old Hyundai style actually had this really kind of luxury car feel to it. Stan, I don't know if you remember what that old Hyundai looked like, the style, but it was sexy, right? So I like this new style. So I get in the car, it's the new kind. You've got the little fob, and you put your foot on the brake, and you just push the button. So I push the button. I sit there, I go, this car won't start. Because I forgot it's hybrid, and it doesn't make the start noise.
It doesn't make a start noise, right? Yeah.
Sorry. I've also twice gotten out of the car, once at the liquor store in a sketchy neighborhood, and the other time at the grocery store, and forgot that the car was on.
Yeah, they're really hard to
gauge.
They're really hard to hear. They are really. So, are you doing reviewing them? Is that what you're doing?
Yep. So I did a Toyota. Was it a Tundra? Woo! I was a big girl in that thing, Stan. I think it was fun. So I get the Tundra, and first of all, this one didn't have an oh shit handle on the side. That was in my review. Please, for anybody over 5'7", you need that little. That was like getting up, sliding up, butt cheek up on, like throwing my butt up on it, hanging onto the steering wheel, trying to get to this truck. It was crazy, but what I do is I loop it in with events. So like last 2 weeks ago, my girlfriend here has something called Dolls for Daughters. She lost her newborn at birth about 8 years ago, and came up with this idea to like a Toys for Tots, but more of a localized thing. And so we put a bunch of toys in the back of the truck and 2 chicks in the truck and went shopping, Stan, in the Toyota.
That would be one of my favorite things to do.
Right? I'm gonna come pick you up. Where are you? You're in Georgia. Darn it all.
Yeah, John Cheval says he is about to leave. Was he going to come in and talk about what he did? Because I jumped in just because it was you, and I said, I've got it scheduled. I've got things I got to work on, and I said, I got to listen to what she's doing today, because
I broke into your time block, didn't I? I feel good.
Yeah, you did. But I'll tell you one story, and then I'll get out of here, and John can jump right in. But you made me think of I live in an Air Force town, right? And you made me think of the Air Force. Here there was a pilot many years ago that was testing, right? This is like in the 60s or 70s, because this has been Air Force town forever. And he was testing the equipment, right? And it made the newspaper. He wrote in his report that this device did not work in the OFF position. And you're like, really? Pilot, huh? not a brain surgeon? Wow.
Yeah. Please don't quit your day job or get a new job.
So, John, I'm going to hop out, but I'm going to be here on the side. Like I said, I got some stuff that I want to do, and
okay.
And I'll
overview. You got 2 things you have to do before you can get out of here. 1, tell us what you do or you want to promote. 2, what's on the bottom.
Oh. Okay. What I want to do and promote is the same thing is the circadians. I mean, that's rocking, going along good. Today's show was about about our manifesto, which is, like it's got, I took the word circadian and I broke it down to like what each letter was: commit to deliver, inspire others, respect everything. Integrity before pride was like the big one for me,
Just kidding.
And then what's on the bottom? Here's what I'm going to have to tell you about that. Okay.
Oh dear.
I cannot do that today.
Oh dear. Eric Pangilinan coming in here. This is my brother from another mother. He probably doesn't have anything on the bottom either, knowing this guy. You know, I took him with me to the lab headquarters. They pretty much kicked us out. It was great.
These are my business shoes today. These are my business shoes. My mother-in-law knitted them.
That's business casual right there. When you look up business casual, you're going to see Stan Bush's mother-in-law's socks.
All right, Eric, it was nice meeting you. I'm going to get out. I'm going to be in the thing because listening to like my favorite, and she knows that.
Love you, brother. You know I do. Hey, post your link for Circadians right in here. Any show links you have.
I do that.
Love you. Brother Pang.
Can you hear me?
I can. You sound great.
Hey.
Guys, I know he's an egg, but follow him anyway. He's a real life guy.
What do you mean an egg? I put my picture on Twitter yesterday because I saw the anonymity thing.
Call up Twitter and tell them they better recognize.
What the hell? I put one of these pictures.
Listen, I just eaten breakfast with all y'all. Hey, Peg, do me a favor. Go share this over on Facebook so all of our high school buddies will come and hang out with us.
What do you want me to do?
Cut and paste the URL and go share it on your Facebook page.
All right, I'll do that.
And just dog shame people into coming in and hanging out with us.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. Hey, two people are going to shout out for birthdays.
I know. Do it up.
Kristen Cardos, you guys, if anybody's on here, go say hey to Kristen Cardos. It's your birthday. And you know what? In the spirit of love, I'm going to wish Greg Boysaw a happy birthday.
There you go.
Not my man.
So I'll just put it in my status then, just cut and paste.
Mm-hmm. Come hang out, bitches.
All right, I'll do that.
All right, so John Catherine, are you still out there? I think we've got like 3 people hanging out. It's okay. It's you and me. Who cares? Right? I'm telling you. There he goes. He's doing that. I'm going to tell a little bird. I'm going to wait till you're paying attention because we need to do the little, ready?
All right.
Make a little face. Hold on.
I'm not seeing it.
Hold on. There it is. Oh yeah.
I got to copy the URL.
All right. So what it does, it just created a funny little, hey, Greg Fifield. We need to have Craig Fifield jump in here. You need to meet Greg. You know what? If there's anybody you need to meet today, oh, I just lost him. It's Craig Fifield. Brother Craig. Simply lovely. I just forgot what year. The lovely Craig Fifield. Baby Bubba. Bullshit, Craig Fifield. That's some BS. Unless you are in a coma and typing, you can get on this show. I'm just saying. Stan Bush got in here. I'm loving this show, you guys. I really don't care how many people are watching. I think it's just content. I want to talk about what everybody's got going on today. I want to talk more about cars. David Kutcher's going to come on. I'm going to eat my breakfast. Shout out to Evol, by the way. They made this awesome little healthy egg muffin. It's organic. I'm just saying. Who's coming in? Let me see what else is going on with me. Last night I went to the Rocky Mountain Auto Press Party and ended up meeting some amazing peeps. I'm hopefully going to be able to be driving the Mercedes soon. Epang, I lost you, bro.
Yeah, that was weird. I was trying to cut and paste and
and I cut and pasted myself right out of the picture.
I've been in this business for so long, man. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna tell everybody I'm here, and then
let me go see. Let me go look over. Hamina. Dawn might come in too. You know who I'm mad at, by the way, is Steve Raquel. He's here in town, and I have not heard hide nor hair from him. And I just am like, really? I just think that he was here. I'll go. Well, that's the wrong Eric Pangilinan. There's another Eric Pangilinan. I think that since he was Chief Illini WEC,
yeah, he's too good.
I'm just saying. I think so. So if you guys don't know anything, so Eric and I grew up together in Champaign, Illinois. We are class of '83, CHS, go Maroons.
Yeah.
Peg and I used to cut up some shit back.
I don't know what I did with my URL, man.
Okay, so just go up to the top. Oh my God, I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna go put it on your page.
Do it, please.
gonna do it right now, you guys. Just bear with me.
I'm not this bad. See, this is what you do when you fuck around in typing class. All right. and
were you in Mrs. Arnold's class?
Yes, I was. And here's what I do: I pre-type all my stuff, and then I'd make the sound on the keyboard, and not type anything, and then hand it in. And the thing is, me and Greg Keebers were in the same class, so.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know. But
that's how you got through that shit?
Arnold,
that's brilliant, by the way.
Mrs. Arnold, it was the pair. The lady was the pair.
Do you remember?
Me and Mia had a class together. It was health, and it was Sandy Seaman.
Health and education.
And her name was Sandy Seaman. And Mia was one of those very mousy girls, all right? And you have to understand, I had no care.
You had no fucking I never swear on my own show, and I just said the F-bomb.
I will try not to be so, I use expletives all the time.
Clearly, I just broke the seal on my own show, so it's all good. Yeah. I was quiet and shy.
You were, and look at you now. You're like this little thing, and then you go into your chrysalis, and then you explode like this butterfly, and you got everybody.
That bitch slaps everybody with a giant.
This is my office, by the way, man. There's nobody in my offices, and everybody's gone. I figured I join in. You know what I'm saying? So
I love that. No, I dig that. I like the Bears poster behind you too. By the way,
look at that. I have to. I got to.
Look at that now. Yeah, I love that. Yes. So where we grew up, here's the awesome thing I love. So we grew up orange and blue. The Bears were orange and blue pretty much, and then of course I get out here to Denver. What color is it?
Orange and blue, right?
So kind of nice. Just too bad I don't like sports.
The thing is, I know you make that known on your post too. It's so funny. It's like,
oh wait, you know what? Yeah, I was like, yeah, suck it, that kind of thing. And I dated athletes.
How many touchdowns they score? The Nuggets, like.
Right. It's called sports ball, as my friends like to say. Sports ball.
Absolutely.
And I've dated so many athletes. It's ridiculous, and I do that. So here's a kind of fun thing. I'll post the link.
Don't talk to me about dating.
What'd you say?
Don't talk to me about dating. But I'm doing good. Look at me,
I know.
It's a new day. But no, high school was great. Me and Mia have gone back a long time, and it's weird that I won't talk to Mia or see Mia for 3 or 4 years, and then we get together, and it's like we haven't skipped a beat. That's what's crazy.
No, not a bit. Not a bit. You guys, we have a great story.
San Francisco, right? In the Blab offices.
Yeah, Blab headquarters.
That was so fun. That was such
fun. Yeah. I was gonna say on the sports theme, you guys. My friend Twee Dom here. She was on my show last week. She's a little tiny Filipino. You love her. She's a dwarf.
Wait. Yeah, she's the one that I think I partied with you guys.
Wait, she goes, I'm the only Asian I know that's technologically challenged. That was my girl right there. So she actually has Crohn's disease, and I don't know if you guys know that, Crohn's and colitis. It's rough. So she is actually doing a fundraiser, and part of the fundraisers, we're putting together a flag football team who will be playing on the Broncos field at the end of January. So I'm just going to raise money that's like, who wants to come and watch me get my ass handed to me playing flag football at Bronco Stadium? Like that. Now, does that not sound fun?
Really.
I'm just saying. Hey, let's shout out to everybody who's here. I think Dawn's having some problems with getting there. Michael Crow's joined in and then he left, so sorry about that. So we're just going to keep chatting and see what we can see. Peng, tell me what's going on with you. What's new in your world?
Basically, I'm at my company. It's called Quality Transformer Electronics. Oh,
Did you just have to look it up? I literally thought you just had to look it up for a second. I was like,
this is my new company. Do you remember it's what it was like SCTV and not John Candy? They would do the 3D like this,
Right.
But that's my company right there.
Yeah.
And it's not
that's
like
awesome.
a regular high tech company. I've worked for CNET. I worked for Acer Computers. I came out to the Bay Area in the early 90s. I was the one who actually did the acquisition of Texas Instruments notebooks to Acer, and that's all you see now is Acer notebooks. And I went down to Temple, Texas, And I used to work for, again, like a CNET. I worked for CNET for 5 years as director of sales.
Wow.
And but I've been in high tech for a long time. And then I figured hardware wasn't the thing, so I went to software as a service, and that's what I've done. So, I was never like this in high school. I was no nerd or whatever. I was a player, this and this. And
you were a wrestler, a football player.
Yeah, I was in student council. I was the class secretary. I did everything that I could do to not do schoolwork, and I managed.
You and our girl Dana Hunter were voted class clowns.
Yes, best sense of humor.
Best sense of humor. That's fun.
The one thing I'm doing today, yeah. No, I get into K-pop these days. That's my guilty pleasure. I get into.
Is it?
It's Korean pop music. Right? I get into K-pop now these days. That's crazy.
Let's clarify, by the way, he is Filipino, not Korean. In case you're wondering
I get a lot of. Are you Chinese? Blah blah blah. No, I'm straight up Filipino. I'm Pinoy to the max. Grew up though in the Midwest, and there was one other Filipino family in Champaign-Urbana, and that was the Raquels. All right, so.
Yeah, I think so.
And my sister Josephine and Rachel were the same age, so and very beautiful.
That's right.
Very, very beautiful.
They were representing in the I can't remember our zip code anymore.
61820.
61820, exactly.
Yeah.
217,
yeah.
Party people.
And I went back to Champaign twice and was not impressed. I'm sorry. What can I tell you, man?
I love where we grew up, though. I'm telling you. I
do. And I love.
Oh my God! Look over here in the corner. Stan just posted your profile pic.
No. Let me see. Yeah, see, yeah. I was there. It was in Twitter. I knew I did it, so I don't know why I have the egg. Because I heard some musings yesterday about anonymity on your little.
Yeah, you got dog shamed about the egg.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell, man? So I went over there and fixed it.
But, it's so stupid. I'm telling you.
I love where I live right now, the Bay Area, and life's good, and little hookups like life would do, and but you move on, right? You move on. You what, honey? You move on. That's the thing, because I know. I had a buddy who said you got to let go or get dragged. You're going to get dragged if you don't let go. And that was a mafia friend of mine. I'm telling
you. They meant it literally.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Let go and get dragged. Get dragged in concrete shoes or something,
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's talk tech since you're such a nerd. And you know what? I am going to just eat throughout my whole show. No, I worked out today. That's why I got to eat, bitches.
I've been working out too. I've been trying to get.
You know what I like? This and that. I'm seeing a lot of people are doing this, Peng. Like I see a lot of people are like getting this thing started now, which is so unusual because
it's weird. Because I posted. My
parents. Stan says smile for the tweet, gift. Oh yeah, party people, bitches.
No,
and you know what? Craig got his swole on too.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I'm getting text. Tell me what you think. What's going on in tech world? How do you keep up on tech stuff?
I don't.
Or do you like you don't give a shit?
I have a lot of friends. I have friends that work at Apple. I have CEO friends that went through, and I keep up on stuff, and there's a lot of goings on. I mean, there's angel money here. There's things that can get started up.
Right.
I used to, I had my own startup too. It's just what you can do, but it's so expensive in the Bay Area in terms of just
crazy.
Yeah, just for people like me too. Just holding down. I make good money. People make good money, but it's just so expensive. It's so the cost of living and housing and everything else. But there's no shortage of talent and ideas, and people need a presence in the Bay Area if they're going to do any kind of tech. I mean, there's Silicon Prairie, and then you got the Iron Triangle in North Carolina. You got DC.
Totally.
The Bay Area.
Silicon Prairie. Where do you consider? And by the way, Eric, meet Dawn Swick Renshaw. She is our age. So Dawn, this is my brother from another Filipino mother.
What's up, Jesse? Yeah. And I'm participating in a little blabcast here. So yeah.
Oh, he's got busted.
Yeah. Just a coworker. That's all right.
Okay, good. I was gonna say busted. And Dawn's gonna see if she can get kicked out of Starbucks. She likes to travel to coffee shops in her neighboring area and piss people off with her conversation. Apparently,
really?
Last week it was Big Apple Bagel. This girl was like,
Big Apple Bagel. I love it.
Busty. Dawn's in. We got it dotted across the country. We need some East Coasters to get up in here. So Craig, I wish you would come in.
Yeah.
Sam Bush, Mike Alton is here. We should get Mike Alton on because while Mike Alton is pushing the jump in the seat button, he's writing 4 blog posts at the same time. I just want to free.
Only 4.
Only 4. He's only got 2 hands. Come on, he's got stuff to do. But, Mike, you should come in and we can talk about Star Wars.
Oh God.
That's what should happen.
See that one?
See my little earbuds? They match my phone.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cute. My girl's got her look going on. My girl ain't playing. Hold on. Why is it not letting me bring in Mike? Hold on. Dang it. Okay, you guys, hold on. I got to refresh. So hold that phone. Mike, stay right there.
Hello, Dawn.
Hello. So what do you do? Where are you?
I'm an outside sales rep for Quality Transformer and Electronics in Milpitas, California. I went to high school with Mia, though.
Me and our birthdays are just a couple days apart, so we're twinsies. Yeah.
Oh, in March, right?
Yep.
Yeah, my
Hers is the 22nd, mine's the 24th.
Oh, and my younger brother who lives in New York is on the 23rd.
That's neat. Hi, Mike.
Yeah. How you guys doing?
Hello, Mike.
Good. Filling until Mia till she comes back. We've kicked Mia out of her own show.
Yeah, well, that's not new.
Yeah, she had to refresh.
I thought maybe if I was in a blab with you, I would get the inspiration to write a blog post because usually mine are about 9 months apart.
Oh, no, that's not good.
I know, it isn't. It isn't.
Was Mia dissing Star Wars or Ewoks earlier? Because that usually doesn't go well for her.
No, she wasn't. That's weird. No, I wasn't, I promise.
Yeah, she broke all of Google once doing that.
Well, her and I were trying to work on some Snapchat stuff, working on that the other day, and we broke Snapchat. It was funny because we both decided we were going to dive in like head first. We were going to be the old biddies on Snapchat. And so we had it all going. We were all gung-ho, and next thing you know, it's not working. It was like we broke Snapchat, and Mia's broke. Now it looks like Mia's broke Blab.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
She's the only person that can let herself in, right?
Does it even work? I don't know. I've never.
Oh yeah, she should have made one of us the co-host before she left. Can you get back in, Miss Mia? She was too busy eating. See, the joke is last week I was at a different coffee shop, and then after a while, the people in there were giving me dirty looks because I was talking to my computer. It's like I'm not complaining because you're too quiet. Don't complain because I'm not.
Eric, Mia's asking if you can jump out for a sec.
So, how many blog posts have you wrote today, Mike?
Well, ironically, I'm actually trying to crank out 12 blog posts today.
Did it work?
Yes, yay!
I think that's what it is. I think it was the fourth seat. Apeng, come back in. I walk right in when I hear 12 blog posts from Mike Alton.
Yeah.
I was
going to say, Mike, now we have to stop talking about me if she's back. I was just telling him about when the old biddies broke Snapchat.
Hey, you know what? So here's the problem, you guys. It's the problem with the fourth seat because it's not letting me bring in David Kutcher. That's okay. Bullshit. So hang tight, David Kutcher.
Okay, I'm going to bounce out.
Just so you don't make people mad at Starbucks. Don't fall for the pressure.
Don't give in. Be strong.
Love you, girlfriend. Come back in a second. Let me see. Yeah, stay strong. Stay strong. See, it's the fourth seat, guys.
That's weird.
Broken.
It's like, isn't they? Don't they say like that the seat for Elijah or something like that at dinners? Like I got a
long holiday. It's Hanukkah. This is Hanukkah, not Passover. Come on now.
Yeah, I knew it was. It was something that What am I? What am I? A shiksa? Right?
Why we didn't name my son Elijah? Because we're always like, oh, we'll just leave the door open for him. I mean, we just wouldn't go there.
Okay, by the way, apparently we are ignoring Rowan Hill. I don't know what her question is. Rowan, can you repeat your question? And could you guys please put this out, because I'm with two hot men and I need some proof on Twitter. Somebody hit tweet. So I got to look like this. All right. So now that I have two of my favorite guys from Google Plus on here, let's talk about that.
Yeah, and I'm scrolling up. I don't see a question from Rowan, so and I'm all the way back.
Rowan, let her just ask her question again, and we be answering within reason.
Hey, as long as we don't talk about Blab on Blab, let's talk about Google Plus on Blab. That makes
sense. Oh yeah.
Let's talk about all the cool stuff. Let me just put it out there right now that I had a chick chat with David Kutcher the other day that lasted 2 hours. And finally I was like, you're like me, it's been 2 hours. I go, what do you mean? And I was like, ooh, it's been 2 hours.
This has been like the last 2 weeks of not getting the scheduled work I needed to getting done because of things like that. Just like out of the blue, I'm like, let's have a chat. How'd that happen? And you and I have never actually chatted for more than 5 minutes at a time, ever.
Yep. And we've never physically chatted. I don't think we've just been, you know what it was? You got suckered. You got into the Blab. That was like, oh, what was it? What did they said something about Google Plus? And it was like
lipstick on a pig. And he did that intentionally just to drag me into a Blab. And yeah. And then, I had to, so.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah.
No, you did. And you did great. And you know what was great? And I think what did we say the other day that we wanted to clarify about that, David? So I'm still using Google Plus. Mike Alton, I know you are. The only thing I'm not using is Google Hangouts. And I here's my thing, and I'm sticking to it. I've had a couple people trying to argue with me. I'm like, dude, 2 years I had this boyfriend called Google Hangouts. And I tried, and he kept going to the strip club on me and coming back smelling.
Total slut.
Oh,
he wouldn't show up. He wouldn't show up. He'd show up.
That's right. I would be like, I'd be waiting there, or sitting at dinner by myself, waiting. And so I finally said, I used that analogy. People were like, Mia's so good at dealing with the glitches on Google Hangouts. I'm like, this sounds like a really bad after-school special relationship. So I broke up with Google Hangouts, but I broke up with Google Hangouts before I even used Periscope or Blab.
Yeah, that was a while back.
Yeah. I just.
Periscope? What were you doing on Periscope? I wouldn't know. I honestly, I'm not being facetious. Like, I don't understand what people do on Periscope besides talk to themselves on Periscope.
I couldn't do it, dude. I couldn't.
I had some cool broadcasts from Italy.
Yeah.
And so I think that was the real trick for some people is, okay, there's got to be something interesting about their environment. Mm-hmm. They're at a concert, they're at an event, a speaking event, whatever, and they're going to scope that. The talking head thing, that never worked for me. That's why I've never really done a lot of video.
Oh, so you're saying I don't go anywhere special, so I shouldn't.
That's right.
On the porch.
Because that's me. I'm stuck in this office. This is it. It's all you ever see.
And I think if David Kutcher showed up in a non plaid shirt and not on that porch, it would be like, who's this guy?
Well, okay, so what you're saying is, so tonight my wife and I, we're going to see Cirque du Soleil. So I should be periscoping
I got to drop. I'm getting a call from the boss. Sorry.
You are right now? Okay. I'm like, who's your boss? You're the boss.
Yeah. No, I seriously have a boss.
I know. I love that. Come back in. So you should be like, what's up, guys? I don't know. That's not you.
It's not me. I'll still be wearing a plaid shirt.
You still be wearing a plaid shirt. That would be you now. They have the facial hair to recognize it. You know what it is?
I've been so lazy. This is getting out of control, and my wife is getting pissed off at me. But at the same time, like, this is the first time I've grown my hair out in maybe 6-7 years. So it's kind of amazing.
Your profile picture is like you got it close crop. You know what? It's November. It's December 11th. So this Movember thing, nobody's buying it. I'm just saying.
Oh no, I'm just being lazy. I am being flat out lazy.
They say Movember. It's December. It's December. So here's what I like about Periscope, and I used it for the Mia on the Go stuff. Like when I was down in Austin and I was waiting for the bats to show up at the bridge. They never came out, by the way. I got so gypped. They were like 2 bats came flying out. People were like, really? Where's the million bats? I don't get it.
Those were bats, those are pigeons.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's probably what it was. So, things like that, like I'm at a restaurant or I'm at, like an event, that kind of thing. I can see doing that. But the people who are half naked, drunk, or vaping in bed, I can't get on it. I can't do it.
See, every time I look on Periscope, that's what it is. It's people half naked vaping in bed. And
not that there's anything wrong with that, people. We're not judging. We're just making fun of. There's a distinction.
No, wait. There is something wrong with people half naked vaping in bed.
I think so.
Nobody needs to see that. Nobody needs to see that.
I don't because usually, and I think it's a little bit. Here comes Nazim. Let's see if I can get him in here. I don't. It's a little bit of Schadenfreude, which I love that phrase. Like I just like to see that sometimes the demise of people just doing something. You know what I mean? Like it's like a train wreck. And Nazim, although Nazim got on my blab last week, and for the what's on the bottom, had a true reveal.
No, I had my underwear on. That is legally not. David's like, I was not naked, but let me tell you, that was it pushed up the ante a little bit on what's on the bottom.
You know what? I was proud of you. You sort of look surprised, like that you just forgot you had pants on.
No. What happened was I totally forgot about what's on the bottom because we were doing that in Google Plus. I was not expecting it on Blab, and when you did that, I said, "What the hell? I got my underwear on. It's no big deal." Hey, David, what's up, man?
I'm still giggling about true reveal, like a true reveal, like
transparency. They call it transparency in today's world.
Authenticity. It's authenticity, not transparency. You have it wrong there.
Okay, so it's 5 minutes in the box. So David's still telling his story, right?
You know what? David's got carte blanche because we were chit chatting all week, so we can we can keep on going because I want to talk about. I do want to actually spend a little bit of time because you guys were all on the blab too. Naz, you got on that blab about lipstick on a pig with Google Plus the other day.
Yeah.
Did you? So let's talk about that, you guys. We can have a blab about Google Plus. What do we say?
Okay, here we go.
Because this discussion is not on Google Hangouts; it's on Blab. Right.
I'm going to let David talk to start off.
What am I talking about?
Google Plus.
What's on the bottom? No, but I want to make the distinction, and we talked about that there's Google Hangouts, which to me have just been stripped of everything, including filter, where I got into that little rant the other day. And I'm mad I can't have a TR, but that's just me. But Google Plus is a whole different thing. So, talk to me about that, David, what you're using that, like sort of what the changes are, because we got some issues, right?
You know what? I mean, like, what's funny is even though there is in the beta and I'm part of, I generally see things a little bit sooner than everyone else. I switch between the new beta and the old version because honestly, I can't wait for all the. Yeah, you can switch back and forth, and
You went back to Classic.
Yeah, I'm back in Classic at the moment, just because it has things that I need in order to do what I do in there. But at the same time, like I live in Google Plus. I so enjoy the people that I've connected with on Google Plus. I'm only circling maybe 300 people total, and honestly, what it's done for my business over the last 2 years has been phenomenal. I mean, I get so many leads from people just recommending my business to other businesses because of relationships that we built on Google Plus. And I honestly, I was talking to Stefan Hovnanian the other day, who is another one of those guys.
He's a great guy. Yeah.
It's amazing the depth of relationships that so many of us have created on that platform that in so quickly a time that it's amazing that more people don't recognize the value in that platform, and not to, I mean, Brian Fanzo, love him dearly. And I don't think he needs any more fluffing of his ego, but he does have that great quote, which Stefan brought up again, like, social media turns handshakes into hugs, it's amazing the people that I've met on Google Plus that I meet them in person now. And I'm like, dude, I feel like I know you.
Totally.
The case in point, David, is when Mia came over to visit us in Italy. I mean, when she was here for like 3 weeks.
I came buzzing on a plane, and he's there. I come through customs, and I'm like, there it is. Like
yeah, that's magical. That's the magical aspect.
Look at what's going on right now on this Blab right here. We've got you. I mean, I would not know any of you guys if we hadn't had these organic relationships that, you know, that we started or followed each other on Google Plus more than anything. I think just the hardest thing, and that was my hard part, David, was sort of translating the Google Hangout events, which I love, dude. I still think that Hangout events were brilliant. You could set something up beforehand. You could start a conversation days, weeks, whatever beforehand, and people are talking to each other before your show even starts.
Yeah.
Right. Love that. Loved it that that you could, you know, tag people at people. I mean, it really had a for me, it was like literally having a broadcast tower, having a studio, and I could bring on.
It was awesome, and I think that Google just didn't recognize the value in it and didn't know what to do with it. You know, and they still don't know what to do with it. You know, they wrapped it into a Google Voice, and they still have no idea what to do with it. You know, and it's typical Google fashion of we'll build a tool, and you guys figure out what the hell to do with it.
What to do with it, and then we'll see where you guys are going with it.
Yeah. And I remember too, you guys remember like when you would say, I remember getting on with Ronnie Vincer and trying to figure out how to do a comment tracker, and it was like spin around 3 times at midnight in a dark closet, push a button, wear one black sock, and then maybe comments are going to work. I'm not kidding, right? It was.
No. And it never worked as intended. And it was because it was hacked on, you know? I mean,
it was like a house, right?
What's up?
It was like a house. Like you got this house and then you have this porch on the back and it's all wonky. And I love it.
Moritz, who became the community manager for Google Plus and for Hangouts. I mean, he was just a programmer who built the lower third just.
He built that. Yeah.
And then Google said, dude, what you're doing there is awesome. We'll hire you. You know,
he went to work in Dublin. He went to work in Dublin. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how he got his job was, you know, he was just hacking on add-ons onto Hangouts, and they're like, huh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
You know what I think is, that's amazing. So I think what's going on, and maybe we can try and stop the train of that. And hey, Lee Olivas, he was on my wine blab the other day. Is this habit of when something else comes in order for something to succeed, that you have to bash the shit out of something else that maybe doesn't work. Like, can we stop that? Maybe like so. Like I
always bring it up, Mia, in the sense that everybody keeps talking about it. And I said each tool is specific to what you want to do. And David brought that up in another blab that we were in the other day, where it's like, you know, each tool, Periscope is specific for something. Meerkat's a different story because maybe Periscope did sort of put a big dent on Meerkat, but that was a very good tool also for the people that were using it and engaging on it. And I totally agree with the fact that, you know, all of these tools, they have a specific purpose and they have a specific goal that you can also offer to your clients, you know, at the same time. But they're like, for example, Sue Zimmerman is married to Instagram. Okay, that's fine. That's her thing because she finds herself comfortable in that platform, and that's what she does. Mm-hmm. You know, but I think the more tools we have, the better off we are.
Well, and it's all with marketers.
Yeah.
You know, it's marketers going, "Ooh, shiny thing! Ooh," you know, and then they have this zero-sum game of everybody has to be on that shiny thing with them, and it's this confirmation bias because they're the ones that chose it, therefore it's the best, and everybody else should realize that it's the best along with them because their ego needs to be stroked.
That's right.
Okay.
I think they propagate the FOMO a lot too. So just a fear mongering anyway, or a cool kids table, that too, or if you're not doing it this way, it doesn't work. And that to point out for Sue, what's great about Sue is the Instagram person, but she's on all the other platforms.
Yeah.
She knows effectively, and then talking about what her strength is, which is smart.
I just want to say a quick hello to Kim, who's Google Plus, and this is her first day on Blab. But hi, Kim. We're here too.
Kim I met through Google Plus. Kim ended up coming out here because Larry Fernelier came out here with Ermine Nomir and had a hurl last year. And Larry stayed at my house for 3 weeks. That bitch can cook. I'm just saying. He needs to come all back right off the bat. And
I do have to confess that, and I don't know, and this is going to be a negative on my part maybe. I spend a lot of time on Blab lately, and I spend less time on G+. But when I come back to G+, I'm always happy to see, you know, but I'm not as much on Google Plus as I was before. But that's my thing. Yeah.
So, I mean, Google Plus, I mean, people ask me like how I can be on Google Plus all day, seeming all day, every day. And, you know, it's just become part of my process where if I'm doing work, it's my 5-minute like water cooler break.
Right.
Where when I need to clear my brain, I just go on Google Plus, I read an article, I comment, I share on something, and then I get back to work. You know, it's my getting up and walking around moment, which it makes it seem like I'm always on the platform. But it's really just like in these little 5-minute bursts throughout the day to just break up my process, you know. And I
like
noticed, what's up?
I like that, Tweet. I think it's like a little mini time blocking. So you're staying relevant, you're staying in there, you pop back in. You're not just sitting there lurking and waiting for stuff to happen. And I think that's what happens. People do that on Blab too. They stay on here too, like they just go from Blab to Blab to Blab. Craig says he does the same thing with Blab. He pops in just to see what's new and then gets back to work. I think it's the getting back to work part you've got down, David, that a lot of people don't do.
That's the hard part. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Not like yesterday. Yesterday kind of was it yesterday or the day before kind of threw me.
Yeah. That was good though. I regret that. I mean, you and I were long overdue for like you guys, it was so funny where we were like, here, look at this link. Look at this link. Look at this link. Like
and then I had to call you later in the day. I'm like, dude, no, I have to talk to you more.
Let me ask you a question though, David. Well, I know, David. In your case on Blab, are you going where the peeps are that you know, or are you going because of the topics title that is put on the window that might interest you? I'm very curious about that.
A little bit of both.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm a little bit of both too.
Like,
you know.
If you just follow the peeps you know, then you get locked into this circle, and that circle doesn't grow. And I realized when I came over to Blab that I'm not a Twitter person, but a lot of the people on Blab have these huge Twitter followings and are, I don't know, personalities that I'm not familiar with because they weren't in my circle. So now I try to branch out to find these other people to see, you know, what they have to offer that isn't part of my existing circle. So I try to mix it up to see, you know, can I meet other people and create other relationships on there?
All right.
And there's been a bunch like this. Mark Levy.
Mark Levy is a great guy. Yeah, over in Tel Aviv, he's great.
Yep, over in Tel Aviv.
Very smart guy too.
Yeah, and he and I chat all the time now.
Yeah.
We got the Jew connection going.
Well, because it's also coming from the background that we come from, which is web development, and that it's like that opens a whole can of worms that you go down that rabbit hole. So, you know.
Well, and that's the problem with so many social media things is that you can easily lock yourself into the same circle of people, at which point it just becomes an echo chamber.
Right.
You know, and I think that the people.
But it's social, like going to a party and you get shy and you're just, I'm going to go sit with my one friends that I know, and you're not going to do that little bit of a discomfort level to go have a conversation with somebody that you may not know, right? It's the same. Yeah. It's the same for realsies in person that you're doing that. Jonathan Fields, that guy that pulled you in the other day, same thing. I wouldn't know him at all, but once I get a few minutes of them, I'm like, all right, cool. I want to check this out.
Yeah. Well, Jonathan and I actually went to high school together.
That's right.
Yeah, I know. I realized
we
that.
went to high school together, but I actually hadn't seen it in 1994 when I graduated high school. Sorry, that's dating me. But yeah, so that was the last time I've seen him was when I graduated high school. And then here he was. He followed me. He found me on Blab. I was like, oh, this is kind of random. But that's the thing is that, you know, if you lock yourself in, just like you were saying, if you go to a conference and the only people you talk to at a conference are the people that you already know, what does that really do for you? You're not getting out there. You're not meeting new people. You're not creating new value.
I do have to confess.
Yes, Dawn, I said 1994. I graduated high school. Yes.
Say that again. It just cut out.
It was Dawn that said, did he really say 1994? Yeah, I am old. Because
we're all.
You can come into the open seat.
You know what? I can't bring anybody in for some reason. That's why I couldn't get back in. The fourth seat.
You want me to leave and let somebody else in? Yeah.
I can put
that. We've got about another 5 minutes. Let's answer why you guys are still on here. Just don't watch the SME Social Media Examiner Blab on replay. Did you guys notice that one screen, one person hot seat only went large? Is that a trick? I don't know.
No, they're working. Last night there was a Blab that I have to watch over the weekend because I was sleeping at the time, where the Blab team were talking about the new things that they're concentrating on. I don't know if anybody saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to give it that. I have to say that the quickness of when they're trying new things out, because I mean, but they're a whole different thing. That was Google, right, David? Like that's a whole different ballgame than this, angel investor group that doesn't get any sleep, like the Blab team, because that's
the other interesting thing, the big difference now is that the Blab team, you can call them out and you see them come in and discuss things. We never had that at Google.
Amazeballs.
Nobody at Google. I mean. Well, I remember when Ronnie Brinzer, we were like, we would ask him, did you talk to the engineers about this or that? What's going on in Hangouts? And it was kind of like.
And I think you also couldn't approach them directly. It's like when you come up on a mountain lion, don't look at them directly, but don't look too small. But look at them inside.
Things I never knew about how to approach a mountain lion.
Yeah, very confusing, I just have to say.
Hey, we have bears and moose here, no mountain lions.
Sorry, Kim Armstrong, welcome. Kim Armstrong wants to know, do you join Blab some other way through Twitter? No, you can watch it, but you have to have a Twitter account attached to it.
Let me bring up a subject right before I go out, because it says, what's your story? But, I'm not going to discuss what our stories are. What do you guys think about Facebook live streaming, which will probably be in 2016 expanded to everybody and their mother? My mom's huge on Facebook, and she's 84 years old. So I can see her saying, "Can you bring up the birthday party?" I'm like, "Oh, Mom, please."
Oh, Dave, you got to see this mother of his. It's something on a stick. She's over in Turkey, rocking it out with young guys all the time, right?
Yeah. Well, I got a story on that one. I'll tell you another time. But what do you guys think about that? Is it going to be? It's kind of strange in the sense that Periscope is very specific because you're broadcasting out to a Twitter crowd and people that you're showing sites or whatever. Facebook is, your friends are going to be checking you out doing, it's kind of like, okay, I can do the same. I can do the same with FaceTime or Skype if I want.
I think it's just going to be a new audience. I don't know about you guys, and David, pop in on that. Like my Facebook audience is definitely a different and more engaged more than anything. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. And now I'm talking about my personal profile.
Yeah.
That's where I seem to get more of the engagement, because I try and make it more like, hey, look, do this cool thing too, that kind of thing. Yeah. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like it's probably just going to be more.
Well, I know David hates Facebook because he said that the other day.
I don't hate Facebook. I just don't use it like a marketer.
Yeah, I don't use it. I mean, I did a Kazakiezi page and we just repost the stuff from the blog, but I don't really push it much. I see it more as a friends and family place.
Yeah, I use it for friends and family. I post pictures of my kids. Like, I don't know. I mean, I just never.
Greg says the Facebook UI.
I can't stand it. The FB UI makes me go nuts. The user interface.
Yeah. User to promote podcast is family says that. Hey guys, I'm gonna
step out and let somebody else in. Huh?
Yeah, I want to have Jana pop in. You guys got to meet her. She's
okay.
Speaking of, I just spit. You love that. So I met Jana through Periscope. I've decided to eat this entire show. I just want to let you know I'm going to make it my own food and non-booze show. I met Jana through Stairs. Yeah, that's right. Because it's Italy. I met Jana just through watching Periscope and Blab and Chef Dennis. And then when I was coming through on my way back from San Francisco, I pinged her and I said, "Hey, I'm coming through." And she put me up at her house for 3 days. 2 days, I really didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
Girlfriend's got some digs. I'm just letting you know, if you're in Salt Lake City, you might could need
a free offer.
So she has a company, babysteals.com. And
well, I got a half promise from Chef Dennis that he will be in Italy next year.
Where are you in Italy?
I'm in Milan, Italy, the north.
Nazim.
I'm in the fashion place, where the things are popping here.
I need to go back. Haven't been back. Well, haven't been there. Well, was there for our honeymoon, but haven't been back since.
Where did you go visit? Where were you going around?
We did Capri and Florence
and Capri's
southern
nice.
part. Nice. Yeah, nice. Lovely.
Nice.
That's the way to go. All right, Naz, pop out, babe.
Ciao. Bye. Ciao.
She's got to get some Ethan. Oh, she's gonna try and pop in. You got to meet her too. All right, hey David. One reason why I pinged you the other day is talk to me a little bit, because I know Dustin Stout brought it up. Talk to me about collections in Google Plus and how I can use those.
Got it. Okay. So, I mean, I talked about this in the blog the other day a bit, but one of my biggest complaints was always with Google Plus and onboarding, that you got into Google Plus and you had no idea where to go. So they gave you the suggested user list and they had you follow people. And the people that you followed were personalities that you would never get any response out of because these people were more broadcast people.
Right.
So I really, really do love how they switched it around. And now you're following content, you're following collections, and you're following communities. You know, you find things that interest you content-wise, and that's what you're following. So, you know, I've made it my mission with my own content to always post into a collection. So I have a home brewing collection because I brew beer and I love beer. You know, I have My Kids Are Awesome is a different collection. And it allows people to either subscribe or unsubscribe to different parts of the content that I'm producing, which makes it so that the content that I'm putting out there is really getting better engagement with the people that are finding that stuff interesting. A buddy of mine.
Pinterest boards a little bit. How you know how you can unfollow some Pinterest boards. I may have people on Pinterest that I don't care for their stupid lingerie pictures. I know that sounded weird, but so I have these people that post lingerie pictures all the time. Like I'm all good, but
it's
I like
because you're doing the on the bottom thing.
I think that's what.
And Nazim not wearing pants. Yeah.
Nazim not wearing pants. It sounds a little similar to that. Would that be correct?
Yeah. So, like for example, you could follow me on Google Plus. And then you could say, you know what? I like all of Dave's stuff except when he talks about politics. So you could unfollow my politics board, and you could be seeing everything that I'm posting except for the politics.
Is that your Donald Trump board?
I try. Well, you know what? Yes, it's my Donald Trump board.
Busted.
Big fan.
Long time listener, big fan.
Anyway. You know, and it just makes it so that you could like all of my content except some of my content and not have to see that other stuff that, you know, you don't want to see.
And that's what Kim is actually asking too. Is the new Google similar to Pinterest collections and all? And then what's the problem with tagging? So can we not tag people now? Is that what's going on?
No, we can still tag people. I think it was just broken I think they messed something up in the beta. I mean, it's important to remember that it is a beta. Sorry, that's my Ingress, which always annoys the crap out of me.
Is that a house phone? Is that a landline?
A landline?
That sounded like, it was your phone. Okay. Landline just 1995 called and wants a landline back.
We do have a landline, but that's a whole different story. You got to have one, you know. Right. I did learn that years ago. It's important to have a landline that does not require power.
Yes. I heard that. Right. And you know what I think? I think you need that. Do I need that for the zombie apocalypse? Will that come in handy at all if there's anything that goes on? Okay. How about so? Look at me.
Yes. No. Where was I going?
I don't know. This is to give you an idea of what a conversation looks like.
The reason why I brew beer is just in case there's a zombie apocalypse. I have things that I can trade. I make pickles. I make beer. When the zombie apocalypse happens, screw gold. I can trade beer and pickles.
For reals. I can't believe you and I did not get into this in our conversation the other day because you think I'm kidding about stuff. I did things like watch Doomsday Preppers, Life After People. I'm always interested in that show. Really, really big on that. Of course, Walking Dead. My Netflix looks like I'm a sociopath with the stuff that I watch. That's like zombie, apocalyptic, doomsday kind of stuff. It's quite frightening. I think that's smart, by the way. Yeah.
Well, here's another one. Masters of Sex. If you're not watching it, you need to watch that one.
Oh, was that on HBO?
Showtime, I think.
Is it on Showtime? Yes, I was watching.
Showtime. Good show. I need to get back on that. Good show.
Light of the Concord says Nazim, and then I for some reason I can't bring anybody else in, and I actually have to run because it's 10:48 my time. One more show that you have to watch: Jessica Jones on Netflix. It's this dark. She's a superhero, but a really dark, flawed character. Chick is badass. Love that one. I think it's a Marvel comic. So there you go, nerd alerts.
Lordy, as we've gone completely off the rails.
Yeah. Welcome to that world. I think we've answered all the questions. Let's say hey real quick before everybody gets out of here. SQS. I blame Stephen Buchanan for the fact that I actually started it on on Periscope, and I blame him in a good way. Sudesh is here, of course. Dawn, Swick, my girl. Kim, so good to see you. First time. You guys, everybody go follow Kim Boltman right now because she is the shiznit. My girl, Kim Armstrong. Craig Fifield. Do you know, I talked about Craig Fifield the other day in a good way. Do you know him?
Yep, Craig and I go way back.
He's a piece of work. I love my brother Craig. Faux show. Naz, I'm out of here. David, I will talk to you soon. I left a message for Brad Beal, who's my restaurant connection. You guys look for a possible collaboration between you and me and this guy on some restaurant stuff. It's going to be fun. So happy weekend, you guys.
Have a good one.
And we are outie. Bye. Dude. That's out.
Not that. Okay.
Oh, dear.
I cannot do that today.
Oh, dear. I love it. Hold on. You got to meet my friend Eric Pangolinan coming in here. This is my husband's brother from another mother. He probably doesn't have anything on the bottom either, knowing this guy. You know, I took him with me to the Blab headquarters. They pretty much kicked us out. It was great.
These are my business shoes today. These are my business shoes. My mother-in-law knitted them.
That's business casual right there. When you look up business casual, you're going to see Stan Bush's mother-in-law's socks.
All right, Eric, it was nice meeting you. I'm going to get out. I'm going to be in the thing because listening to like my favorite, and she knows that.
Love you, brother. You know I do. Hey, post your link for Circadians right in here. Any show links you have.
I do that.
Love you. Brother Pang.
Can you hear me?
I can. You sound great.
Hey.
Guys, I know he's an egg, but follow him anyway. He's a real life guy.
What do you mean?
He wrote in his report that this device did not work in the OFF position. And you're like, really? Pilot, huh? not a brain surgeon? Wow.
Yeah. Please don't quit your day job or get a new job.
So, John, I'm going to hop out, but I'm going to be here on the side. Like I said, I got some stuff that I want to do, and and I'll
overview. You got two things you have to do before you can get out of here. One, tell us what you do or you want to promote. Two, what's on the bottom.
Okay. What I want to do and promote is the same thing is the Circadians. I mean, that's rocking, going along good. Today's show was about about our manifesto, which is like it's got. I took the word circadian and I broke it down to like what each letter was: commit to deliver, inspire others, respect everything. Integrity before pride was like the big one for me, you know.
Just kidding.
And then what's on the bottom? Here's what I'm going to have to tell you about.
It's hybrid, and it doesn't make the start noise.
It doesn't make a start noise. Yeah.
Sorry. I've also twice gotten out of the car, once at the liquor store in a sketchy neighborhood, and the other time at the grocery store, and forgot that the car was on.
Yeah, they're really hard to
gauge.
They're really hard to hear. They are really. So, are you doing reviewing them? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. So I did a Toyota. Was it a Tundra? Woo! I was a big girl in that thing, Stan. Mm-hmm. I think it was fun. So I get the Tundra, and first of all, this one didn't have an oh shit handle on the side. That was in my review. Please, for anybody over 5'7", you need that little. That was like getting up, sliding up, butt cheek up on, like throwing my butt up on it, hanging onto the steering wheel, trying to get to this truck. It was crazy, but I like to. What I do is I loop it in with events. So like last 2 weeks ago, my girlfriend here has something called Dolls for Daughters. She lost her. Hey guys, what's up? It's my show, and I'll go on out when I want. I'm Mia Voss. Mia Connect Power Chat. 5 minutes in the box, although sometimes you can have one in 5 minutes. That is Stan Bush, my bestie from a long time. 2 years, I think we've been friends.
Yes.
Over more. Okay, so here's my funny hybrid story. So guys, this week I'm driving for, is it Redline Automotive? So I drive for these marketing companies. They work with major brands, and then we get in the car, and so I'm representing pretty much like what the female buying population looks like over 40. You're looking at it. You like it? There you go.
Yes.
So I get this hybrid, this Hyundai Sonata hybrid. Now, I owned a Hyundai 10 years ago, and I loved it. The old Hyundai style actually had this really kind of luxury car feel to it. Stan, I don't know if you remember what that old Hyundai looked like, the style, but it was sexy, right? So I like this new style. So I get in the car, you know, it's the new kind. You've got the little fob, and you put your foot on the brake, and you just push the button. So I like push the button. I sit there, I go, this car won't start. Because I forgot it. Her newborn at birth about 8 years ago, and came up with this idea to like a Toys for Tots, but more of a localized thing. And so we put a bunch of toys in the back of the truck and 2 chicks in the truck and went shopping, Stan, in the Toyota.
That would be one of my favorite things to do.
Right? I'm going to come pick you up. Where are you? You're in Georgia. Darn it all.
Yeah, John Cheval says he is about to leave. Was he going to come in and talk about what he did? Because I jumped in just because it was you, and I said, I've got it scheduled. I've got things I got to work on, and I said, I've got to listen to what she's doing today, because
I broke into your time block, didn't I? I feel good.
Yeah, you did. But I'll tell you one story, and then I'll get out of here, and John can jump right in. But you made me think of I live in an Air Force town, right? And you made me think of the Air Force. Here there was a pilot many years ago that was testing, right? This is like in the 60s or 70s, because this has been Air Force town forever. And he was testing the equipment, right? And it made the newspaper.